Hello everyone and welcome to another Stadium Extravaganza video coming out of Studio 44. Today we have a few stadiums that I picked out of the vault and one that I finished up recently and uploaded myself. I hope you enjoy these stadiums. Let's get right into it. Okay, we are in Las Vegas, Nevada again to look at the Las Vegas Dome and Casino. We have an altitude of 5,279 feet, so you're going to hit some bombs. So you have plenty of targets out here in left field to aim for. You're talking about this hotel in the background, out-of-town scoreboard, lights, cool little bleacher section that leads up to this deck or this concourse that kind of jolts out here with the circular concourse pieces. Dig it big time. I wish, wouldn't it be awesome if you could overhang that a little bit? I always thought that would be fun to have some overhang in your stadium. I don't know how creative that is, but obviously, of course, if you pull it over, it reds out. So, I don't know. Maybe that's something that they can do in the future. Something I would look forward to. You got the team store here out in left field. You get the right person hitting some home run balls, and someone comes out with their shopping bag full of new Las Vegas gear. Boom! Right in the face. Maybe that roof will protect some people, though. Cool little bar section underneath. Lots of little seating out here where you can just chill, have a drink, watch the game. Over here, you got another section. There was another section back here, way up in this corner. It's fantastic. Awesome little hotel, dead center field above the batter's eye. People chilling out in their balcony, watching the game from their hotel room. Then you have two decks over here. The luxury plaza, I've started to call them. And then this little restaurant in here, or this little seating area in here, covered in the shade. More concessions underneath. Oh, this is great. Oh, these steps that come up. This is fantastic. These benches that you can sit down here and chill out, watch the game. Love it. Then, of course, the top deck circles all the way around into the back and then almost to home run territory in left field. More concessions at field level here. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this guy's work. I have some more stadiums to show from him, and I hope he creates more as we showcase. But yeah, I figured I'd start with the Las Vegas one, seeing how I just did the ballpark at the Moonshot Casino, and yeah, it's really good. Okay, might be better than mine, but we'll go with it. Let's take a look at it in the lights real quick. Of course, it looks fabulous. He does a great job of closing off the stadium. I feel like it's very important to close off any retractable roof stadium, and have it look really clean, and it sure does. So, hats off to this guy. Great work. Great job. Look forward to seeing more from this creator, and we will move on to the next one. We are heading out west to get to the far east. I think that's how you get there from Vegas, right? Anyway, we also have to go to the future because this stadium was created in 2049, altitude of 131 feet above sea level. And my goodness, do I love this stadium, created by Ron Solo 412. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Tom Haverford calls Ron Swanson Ron Solo once in Parks and Recreation. Is that where the name comes from? Because Ron Swanson's one of my favorite TV characters of all time. He does not eat food that his food eats. He eats bacon and eggs and steak and drinks whiskey. Is it whiskey? I think it's whiskey. Anyway, back to the stadium. Phenomenal. This use of the different trees with the different colors and this big hill with the building in the middle, with this little bridge taking you from the stadium right in there. Gorgeous. And then look at all this stuff in the background. He got so creative with the stadium. He's got UFOs sticking out of stadiums and scoreboards all over the place. Signage, blending buildings together. Gorgeous, gorgeous stadium. I haven't played a game here yet, but I'm anxious to see how much of it you can see in a game. Over in right field, you got more buildings right up, pressed up against the home run fence, which makes for fun targets. Cool scoreboard, the brand new one. By the way, SDS, thank you for an awesome update after a lackluster one, if I'm to be honest. But One thing good that came out of that update was he has a broken down building up here that looks like it's being just built because he put a crane on top of it. Very creative. Great work, Ron Solo. Cool use of buildings behind home plate. It's pretty standard right here, but then you look up and you got this funky mix of buildings that just look amazing. A cool scoreboard up here. Look at this. You got like 4 buildings mixed in right here, and so creative with it. It looks phenomenal. The dragon peeking out of those little slabs. Super cool. It's got the futuristic lights. How does it look with the lights on? Amazing. It's hard to take this aerial view of the city because he's got so many buildings, but it's so cool. Look at this whole thing. I love it. I can't wait to play here. I'm definitely going to sign the stadium to the Tokyo Monsters this year. I'll have to use the stadium I created for them for someone else. This one's just too cool to pass up. Look at all these buildings with stuff mixed in. I love it. Great work, Ron Solo. But we got to head back to the States for another stadium. We are heading back to the United States. I believe this is in California. Melvin Morris Medal of Honor Field. Altitude of 19 feet above sea level. And the year it was built was 2023. This is a fantastic field. Melvin Morris Medal of Honor Field. If this stadium is in fact named after a real person named Melvin Morris, and you did win the Medal of Honor, hats off to you. Thank you for your sacrifice and service. You were certainly worthy of having a stadium named after you, and this is a nice one at that. I like the Armed Forces recruiting station out here. Cool use of the seating blocked off by the old school brick. I call this the graffiti building because it's got that on the side. But I've always liked this building, and it works cool as like a backdrop to this little row of seating here. Then you got 2 decks above that. Dead center field, more seating in the Cleveland Guardians. Scoreboard. Right field, you got the aircraft carrier in the background. Man, wouldn't it be fun to hit the ball up here? That's a poke. Not sure it's possible, but it's beautiful. Especially with the altitude being so close to sea level. I don't think it's possible, but man, you got the upper deck curling around in the back for a pretty standard first and third baseline. Let's take a look at the outside of the stadium. Using the old museum to kind of neaten things out in the outside of the stadium behind home plate. You got a carnival or a fair over here. Another aircraft carrier. Look at this. You can come right off the docks, enter the baseball stadium right here. Gorgeous. Got the Golden Gate Bridge leading into it. Cool use of the new tower. I just think it looks phenomenal. I like the use of the... I know I went after the aircraft update a little bit, but he put it to good use. It looks really, really cool. Got the helicopters ready to go. Same thing over here. Love it. I think I remember, yeah, there's another fair over here. Lots to do after the ball game. Hop on the Ferris wheel or roller coaster. But you got the aircraft carrier landing over here. I like how he closed it off with this like concession stand, but it has the laser ribbon facing right here. Love it. Then you got the statues. Fantastic. Turn the lights on real quick. Beautifully lit. Looks great. I don't know what else to say about it. It's gorgeous. It's clean. It looks great. It's neat. It's got different layers and levels of stands that's fun to hit home runs into. Everything I look for in a stadium. So, hats off to the creator of this stadium. I hope to find more from you in the future. Let's move on. All right, we're back in the desert, where we have Desert Oasis Park in Surprise, Arizona. Is that a real city? Not sure. Altitude of 1,500 feet. Built in 2022. Cool little stadium. Maybe it could be based on a minor league stadium that I'm not aware of, but it looks super cool. This great hill out here above the high wall and left. Some plaza level seating in left center field. Looks pretty shallow out here. Yeah, 395 right here, but it gets deeper in this gap. So you can hit some bombs down the line and dead center field. Over in right field, you have a fountain. And I like this little bleacher section that jolts out. It looks really cool. You got the laser ribbon in front. Cool use of the Buddy M building above the fountain. Oh, look at this. He's got people right in the fountain. That's awesome. Some plaza level seating and kind of a smaller upper deck again. I like it. Could be a great little minor league ballpark. I mean, maybe it is. I didn't do the research on it. I probably should have, but I've had this one sitting in my save slots for a long time and wanted to get it on here. I thought it was a neat little stadium. I like the little layers, and I love this little hill over here with this concourse in the background. And I like this kind of concession stand area and doubling it as a roof above the seats over here. And I love this concession area over here kind of doubling as a roof back here. I like it a lot. Yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot to say about it, but it's a really nice looking stadium, really clean, really neat. Oh, look at this. Got some stuff hiding back here in the stands above the dugouts, both sides. That's pretty awesome. So I'm assuming people can get some stuff out here and then chill and watch the game above the dugout. That's awesome. I like that a lot. All right, let's take a look at it with the lights on real quick. Yeah, and it's another one of those quirky stadiums. You know, I like my quirky dimensions. It makes it a lot of fun. It makes it interesting. So, oh, I didn't notice this little area over here. Oh, yeah, I did. I mentioned this. So, yeah, I like this stadium a lot. Hats off to this creator. I will look for more of yours in the future. We have one more stadium to show you, and this one is my own creation. Hope you guys like it. I don't want to spend too much time in this stadium because I did showcase it before. This is just a recreation of that stadium in the MLB The Show 23 version of the game. My brother took a trip to Juneau, Alaska recently, and he wanted to move his stadium up there from Orlando. So I don't know if he's going to keep the stadium or not, but he's no longer the Dragons. He's going to be the Bears or the Grizzly Bears, or I don't know what he's changing his name to, but he's moving. So I don't even know if he's going to use the stadium again, but I liked it enough to recreate it anyway. I think there's some things I like about this version better and some things I like about the older version better. I like throwing the luxury seating here above the field level seating. Of course, you still have the water all the way around the ballpark. I wish I could take credit for this idea, but it was my brother's. He just doesn't have the time or the interest in spending a lot of time to make it look neat and clean. And I think I cleaned the stadium up a little bit better than some of my own, but I like the higher deck up here with the old school roof. He did say he wanted it to be kind of old school feeling. He likes the brick look, so a lot of brick buildings, and I used brick to surround the stadium out here to kind of clean up the outside. I think that turned out pretty nice. We'll turn the lights on real quick. I built a stadium in the background, which I think turned out pretty cool. I don't think Juneau is this heavy populated, but I kind of created these two walkways that I fell in love with, that I just created basically to hold on to the upper deck that jolted out over the water. I didn't like just leaving them hanging, so I had to have them rested on something. So I think it kind of works out if you have, you know, people chilling out on this walkway. You know, they're looking under the water at them too. So, yeah, I think this one turned out okay. Of course, I replaced the fountain with a bear. I don't know if he's named the bear or anything, but this was also his idea, kind of blending the luxury seats into that castle or whatever building they call this. Upper deck curls all the way around to part of right field. I put some laser ribbons in front. So, yeah, I mean, if you take a look at maybe, I think the first video I ever posted on Studio 44, you can find the original version of this and tell me which one you like better. Or if you don't like either of them. But as always, I'd love to get your guys' feedback on these, what your takes would be, you know, what you would change, what you'd keep the same. To me, there's nothing more flattering than having you guys download a stadium and tinkering with it and messing with it and re-uploading it and show me what you changed. I did add this scoreboard, the Cleveland Guardians scoreboard. I kind of put this brick base around it just to kind of make it look a little bit different. I don't know if it, you know, serves as much purpose as I think it does, but maybe I could do it without the brick and see how it looks. I think the main reason I did that was to hide the fact that it's kind of hiding this castle-like structure. I don't know what to even call that part. Like a pillar or something? I don't know. Tower. But, yeah, I tried to clean out the outside as well. In the back, of course, you still have some water sticking out. So, I guess it's not 100% clean, but, yeah. Turn on the lights. I always like how the water looks in the lights. I like having the double layers of water. Oh, I guess you got 3 levels of water in this one because it starts off out here, drips down, and then drips down again in here. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. But that's it. That's all I got for you today. If you would like your stadium showcased here on Studio 44, please leave your username in the comments below along with the stadium name, and I will be more than happy to showcase that stadium for you in any way you prefer. Check out our podcast. That is to be released any day now. We have the animation. We're just piecing things together, creating our channel, and uploading very, very soon. So please check out Respect the Pick. Check out Studio 44 for more stadium videos. Like, subscribe, ring the bell, all that good stuff. Thank you so much for watching.